Keep an eye on the Gian Antonio. He was the fastest rider in Q1, and he's putting up a pretty strong fight right now for the front row, maybe even potentially threatening Marc Marquez at the top of the timesheets.
First sector, not really the problem, though, to try and challenge Marc Marquez. It's sector 2 and 3 where Marc's winning a lot of his time. Sector 2 includes that long left-hander that Pecco Bagnaia is going through now. The Marc Marquez corner, sector 2 will be completed now. Once again, that Ducati misbehaving, and how much time has that cost Bagnaia? It's cost him a couple of tenths.
I mean, normally Bagnaia's factory Ducati looks like it's glued to the road. This weekend, though, it's just looks so unstable. For a number of races now, Pecco Bagnaia just, you can see he's a rider that's just had the confidence drained out of him. Out of turn 15 he goes. Where is he going to go with this lap at the moment? It could be potential. I was going to say front row lap. He's going to be mighty close to it. Estimate at the moment P4. Can he get 16 and 17 bang on the money? 16 he was nailed on. 17 looks pretty good as well. And this might well be a front row lap here from Bagnaia. Time estimated was P4. Over the line he goes, and it was spot on. It is 4th place, and it was close. It was really close to the front row, just under 200ths back. That's more like it, isn't it, Davide?
He splits the factory KTMs then, does Pecco Bagnaia. Both Marc Marquez and Alex Marquez, they'll put in very fast first sectors, but as you can see, something's gone wrong for Marc Marquez in sector 2, and he's rolled out, and his pole position now is under a little bit of threat from his brother.
Yeah, he's still got Zarco for company, who's been, his tactic has been pretty clear. Just follow a Marquez in this session, whether it be Alex or Marc, and I see where that drags you. Fermin Aldeguer, Alex Marquez's teammate, putting up another strong lap as well. He's deep into the 3rd sector. Now look at this. Now we said, didn't we, pre-session, that there's a party atmosphere building here in Aragon, and could anybody gate crash Marc's party? Well, we might be getting an answer very quickly, because look at this. Alex lighting up the timesheets. Morbidelli as well, putting up a real strong case for the front row at least. All eyes, though, isn't it, on 73, just out of your picture, is Marc and Johan Zarco. They're not going to be impeding Alex at the moment as he goes gung-ho, top gear into the final couple of corners. Into 16, then he flings the Gresini Ducati. Alex Marquez, it's going to be close. He's got to nail to absolute perfection this final corner. Over the line he goes. Alex Marquez is in pole. A 1:45.964. Over to you, Marc.
And Morbidelli second.
Morbidelli goes second. So Marc Marquez, out of absolutely nowhere, is now back in 3rd place. As we said, over to you, Marc. What have you got?
He's now got to respond. He is now responding. He's got Johan Zarco right behind him, but Marc Marquez has got to push now. He's back down to 3rd place. Aldeguer did briefly go 5th. He's now been relegated back down to 7th. Bagnaia across the line. He stays in 6th place. Marc Marquez sets a personal best in the 1st sector, but he is playing catch-up for the first time this weekend.
Alex, Morbidelli and Marc are split by just 200ths of a second. A super tight front row, and they are miles ahead of the chasing pack. And the gap between Marc in 3rd and the Costa in 4th is over 3.5 tenths. Summed right that by both Alex and Morbidelli. Here comes Marc then, trying to retaliate, looking good, although Alex here just behind him, also potentially improving, although Alex has just lost a bit of time in the 2nd split. This is going to be so close. Oh, look how aggressive was Marc on the chain direction there between 12 and 13.
Well, Marc Marquez has not got a lot of time to play with here, has he? This is super close. Aldeguer is also improving, so he might muscle in on the front row, but a big 3rd sector from Marc Marquez has put him ahead.
He powers there now down the back straight. And if he stays as is, if he doesn't make a mistake in these final 2 corners, you are about to witness potentially the fastest ever MotoGP lap around Motorland Aragon. He slides that Michelin rear tyre out of 17. He goes. Is he the master of Motorland in qualifying once again? Of course he is. Was there any ever doubt? 1:45.704. Marc Marquez looks like he's loaded in for his 7th MotoGP pole position here in Aragon, with an all-time that record to boot as well. He left it late, but it was awesome when it came.
He had to work hard for that one, didn't he? Alex Marquez certainly made him work for pole position, but surely now Marc Marquez has settled the argument between the two Marquez siblings. Bagnaia moves up to fourth. He found time in that fourth sector and gets ahead of the KTMs. It is now a Ducati 1, 2, 3, 4. KTMs 5, 6 and 7 now.
Top job this by Morbidelli as well. We haven't seen Frankie on the front row all season. His last was in front of his home crowd in Misano last year. Just goes to emphasise what an outstanding performance Morbidelli has put together.
He's up at the first sector. He's not done yet, is Frankie?
I guess the only sort of doubt is how much has he already taken out of that soft rear tyre. Quartararo then, he takes the checker flag. He's 7th. Well, if you look at where he was yesterday, marooned down 18 spots, 7th is some save by Quartararo. I'm sure he would have liked to have been on those first couple of rows, but his golden run in qualifying comes to a rather abrupt end, which is no great surprise after the woes he was suffering yesterday. Morbidelli on the money.
Marquez brothers here.
Look at this by Frankie. As we mentioned, he hasn't had a front row start since last September in Misano. He drops then now down through 14. Here comes over the line Fermin Aldeguer, who's just pushed Quartararo then now back down to 8th. The rookie up to 7th. This is not a given, isn't it? Look at this from Morbidelli.
This would be an almighty upset, wouldn't it?
Well, a humongous upset. I've got to say, I didn't see this coming. I thought it was game, set and match in Motorland in terms of pole position for Marc Marquez. Is he going to be the ultimate party pooper here? Frankie Morbidelli, over the line he goes. No, not quite. So Marc Marquez can breathe a sigh of relief. He does take a magnificent 7th pole position here in Motorland. Great ride that, though, by Morbidelli. Looks like he has booked his place on the front row for the first time this season. It's Marc versus Alex once again at the top of Q2. Morbidelli completes your front row. Row 2 will be led by Bagnaia, Costa and Binder, the two factory KTMs having by far their best qualifying performances for quite some time together.